Hi. For step 2 in the basic slap bass stuff, we're going to focus mostly on some specific right hand techniques, and we're going to focus on the patterns of 3 that you can use. To review, basically you can break down the slap bass into groups of 2, 3, and 4 notes. The group of 4, it's the big one, starts with your thumb, 1, 2, for the mute with the left hand, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4. The group of 2 is basically the 3, 4 section of that with your finger, like this. Sometimes people will use their thumb. It's up to you. A lot of times you can get a little more efficiency sometimes with your finger. Really, it's use whatever sound works for you. There's no definite rule. Just do what works for you. I'm certainly not a paid professional. Find what you like. Okay, for the group of 3, it's the thumb, and then the left hand, and then immediately plucking with the first finger. The thing that helps in the group of 3 is usually your first finger for the plucking kind of stays anchored under the string, like this. Now, a lot of times people will call a group of 3 notes a triplet. It's not always the case, though. A triplet is where you have a group of 3 notes of equal length that are all occupying like the space of one beat or a measure. Say, for example, like a tempo like this, triplet 8s would be like this for that tempo. Now, again, some examples. If you were going to do triplets, triplet 8ths or whatever length of note, depending on the tempo that you're playing, again, would be a real smooth, even length like this. Now, if you went with the 16th, you get a different kind of sound like this. So for a tempo like this, 16th notes are actually going about this fast. And so by doing a group of 3 at this tempo, that's different than a triplet. Notice how it's real straight. The difference is, by doing it in groups of 3, it puts a different accent on it. There's lots of different ways you can make something accented. You can either do it by making the note louder than the rest, you can make it longer or shorter than the rest, you can make it a weird note just way out of nowhere, high or low, or you can just have some kind of contrast. Okay, so here's a little riff just to practice the groups of 3. Now this is a real smooth 16th, but with the accent of just 3 notes, it makes it sound different than if you're just doing straight 16th. These aren't triplets. Again, they're 16ths, just in groups of 3. So here's what the riff sounds like at regular speed, and then I'll slow it down so you can kind of see where it goes. Okay, here's the riff at regular speed. You can play it right. Took me a few times, but you sort of get the idea. Here it is slowed down. Okay, starts with open E, 3rd fret hammered on G, and then octave E, like this. Do that twice in a row. Now you're going to change it. You're going to do your open E, you're going to do 4th fret, A flat, and then open D. So here's what you've got now. So that's twice E, 3rd fret G, octave, twice like this. And then open, 4th fret, open D, like this. Okay, now you have open A, 2nd fret B, then you have open D, and then you have 2nd fret B, 4th fret hammer on for the C sharp, and then to the octave E. So the second half is A, B, and then open D, and then you stay on the B, hammer on the 4th fret for C sharp, and then 2nd fret for the octave E, like this. Notice how your first finger can rest on the 2nd fret. Here it is together, slow. Once more at a kind of regular speed.